Another morning begins. The alarm cuts through the silence. You open your eyes. You stare at the ceiling. And for a few brief seconds, your entire life stands at a crossroads. Nobody sees it. Nobody talks about it. Yet it shows up every single day. Right here. Right now. You can get up. Or you can stay where you are. You can step into the day with purpose. Or you can let the day drag you wherever it wants. It seems like a small choice. But most lives are built on choices exactly like this. Not in dramatic moments. Not in life-changing events. But in the ordinary things. Getting up when you said you would. Keeping a promise to yourself. Doing what needs to be done. Then doing it again. And again. That is how a strong life is built. But it is also where many people slowly lose themselves. Not all at once. Little by little. Day after day. Not because they lack intelligence. Not because they lack talent. But because they get comfortable with delay. Comfortable with excuses. Comfortable with telling themselves, I'll start tomorrow. Next week. When the timing is better. When I feel more motivated. But that moment rarely comes. And while they wait, life keeps moving. One morning becomes the next. One week becomes another. One year slips into the next. Until one day they look back and wonder, when did so much time disappear? That is the real danger. Not failure, not hardship, but living on autopilot for so long that you forget you always had a choice. And the Stoics understood this better than most. They understood that a remarkable life does not begin with a remarkable action. It begins with a simple decision. The decision to get up. The decision to act. The decision to stop wasting another day. The strange thing is, this battle is not new. Today, we blame our phones. We blame social media. We blame our jobs. We blame a world full of distractions. But if you look closely, the real problem has never been any of those things. The real problem is much older. It is human nature, the urge to procrastinate, the desire to avoid discomfort, the temptation to choose what is easy over what is necessary. That battle existed long before smartphones, long before the internet, long before modern life. And that is why men who lived 2,000 years ago can still understand us better than many people alive today. Marcus Aurelius was one of them. He was not a motivational speaker. He was not a productivity guru. He was not trying to build an audience. He was the emperor of Rome, one of the most powerful men on earth. Yet when you read his private writings, you discover something surprising. He spent very little time talking about power, very little time talking about status, very little time talking about victory. Instead, he spent an extraordinary amount of time trying to master himself. He reminded himself to get out of bed, to do his duty, to act with discipline, to do what was right, even when he did not feel like doing it. Sound familiar? Because that is the same battle we fight every day. Not a battle against the world, a battle against ourselves, against the version of us that wants comfort over growth, the version that wants excuses instead of responsibility, the version that always says, later, tomorrow, maybe someday. The Stoics understood something that many people today have forgotten. You do not become stronger when life is easy. You become stronger when you do what must be done, especially when you do not feel like doing it. That is why Stoicism has survived for more than 2,000 years. Not because it makes people feel comfortable, but because it forces them to face reality. The reality that time is running out. The reality that life is limited. And the reality that no one is coming to save you. Not Marcus Aurelius. Not Seneca. Not Epictetus. No one. At some point, the responsibility becomes yours. And everything begins with the small choices you make each day. The choices most people ignore. The choices that seem insignificant in the moment. But over time, those choices create the difference between a person who leads their life and a person who spends years wondering where it all went. There is one thing the Stoics understood with absolute clarity. Your life is not shaped by a few major events. It is shaped by what you repeat every day, the thoughts you allow to live in your mind, the actions you take when nobody is watching, the small decisions that most people overlook. That is why Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus were not obsessed with secret formulas. They were obsessed with principles. Simple principles. Timeless principles. Principles powerful enough to transform a life when practiced consistently. Today, most people are searching for motivation. They watch videos, read books, listen to podcasts. They look for a new spark every week, a new burst of inspiration, a new reason to finally change. But a few days later, they find themselves right back where they started, because motivation is not the answer. Motivation comes and goes. Feelings come and go. Energy comes and goes. Even confidence comes and goes. But principles remain. The Stoics did not rely on emotions to guide their actions. They relied on standards. They did not wake up asking, "Do I feel like doing this today?" They asked, "Is this the right thing to do?" That single shift changes everything. Most people live according to their mood. Disciplined people live according to their values. Most people wait until they feel ready. Disciplined people act before they feel ready. And that is why their lives move in different directions. In this video, we are going to explore 10 Stoic rules. Not 10 motivational quotes, not 10 productivity hacks, but 10 principles that have survived for centuries. 10 principles that can help you build unbreakable discipline, a stronger mind, a calmer life, and a future you can actually be proud of. Do not worry about remembering all 10. You do not need 10 rules to change your life. Sometimes one principle, applied consistently, is enough to change your entire trajectory. So as you listen, pay attention to the rule that makes you uncomfortable, the one that challenges you, the one you feel tempted to ignore. Because chances are, that is the rule you need most. If you're ready to begin, comment 1 below. And let's start with the foundation of all discipline. A rule so simple that most people overlook it, and so powerful that it can change the way you live every single day. Rule number 1. Today belongs to you, not tomorrow, not next week, not some perfect moment in the future. Today. That is all you truly have. It sounds obvious, yet most people live as if they have an endless supply of time. They act as though there will always be another chance, another year, another opportunity, another moment to finally become the person they want to be. But life does not work that way. The Stoics constantly reminded themselves of a truth most people try to avoid. Time is not something you own. It is something you spend. Every second, every minute, every day. Even now, as you listen to these words, a portion of your life is slipping away, and you will never get it back. That is why the Stoics practiced memento mori. Remember that you will die. Many people hear that phrase and think it sounds dark. The Stoics saw it differently. Marcus Aurelius did not use death as a reason for fear. He used it as a reason to wake up. Because when you remember that your time is limited, something changes. You stop postponing what matters. You stop wasting energy on things that do not. You stop living as if your life is only a rough draft. Think about it. If tonight were your last night on Earth, would you be satisfied with how you spent today? Would you be proud of what you did? Would you be proud of what you avoided? That question is not meant to scare you. It is meant to bring you back to reality. Strong people are not strong because they always feel motivated. They are strong because they understand the value of a single day. They understand that great lives are built one day at a time, one choice at a time, one promise kept at a time. So today, do something simple. Do not think about the next 10 years. Do not think about 50 goals. Do not think about your entire future. Think about today. What is the most important thing you need to accomplish before this day ends? Identify it. Then do it. Because discipline is not built someday. It is built today. The only day that actually belongs to you. Rule number 2. Your first thought shapes your entire day. Most people believe their day is ruined by circumstances, by their job, by money, by difficult people, by bad luck. But many days are lost long before any of those things ever happen. They are lost in the first few minutes after waking up, because everything begins with a thought, a small thought, a quiet thought, the kind of thought most people never question. I'm exhausted. Today is going to be terrible. I'm already behind. I can't handle this. I'm not good enough. One thought becomes another, then another. And before the day has even begun, the mind is already working against itself. The dangerous part is that most people never notice. They don't challenge those thoughts. They don't examine them. They simply believe them. Marcus Aurelius understood this better than most. He knew that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we interpret it. And that changes everything. Two people can face the exact same challenge. One sees an opportunity. The other sees a disaster. One moves forward. The other gives up. The circumstances are identical. The outcome is not, because their thinking is different. The Stoics understood that the mind is like a garden. If you neglect it, weeds will grow on their own. Negative thoughts are no different. They require no invitation. They arrive automatically. But whether they stay is your choice. That is why you must become the gatekeeper of your own mind. Not every thought deserves your trust. Not every fear deserves your attention. Not every emotion deserves your obedience. Tomorrow morning, try something simple. Before you touch your phone, before you check your messages, before the world starts demanding your attention, ask yourself one question. Who do I want to be today? Not, how do I want to feel? But, who do I want to be? Calm? Disciplined? Focused? Patient? Choose one quality. Carry it with you throughout the day, because your life rarely rises above the quality of the thoughts you repeatedly allow into your mind. And the first thought you accept each morning often determines everything that follows. Rule number 3, let yesterday die. One of the biggest reasons people never move forward is because they refuse to leave the past behind. Their body is here, but their mind is somewhere else. A mistake they made years ago. A failure they still regret. A conversation they wish had gone differently. A relationship that ended long ago. A missed opportunity they cannot stop replaying. The event is over, but they keep reliving it. Again and again and again. That is one of the strangest things about human nature. We convince ourselves that if we keep revisiting the past, somehow we can change it. As if one more hour of regret will rewrite what happened. As if one more night of self-criticism will undo a mistake. But the past does not change. Only the present suffers. Seneca recognized this thousands of years ago. He observed that people often suffer far more in their minds than they do in reality. The event happens once, but in their imagination, it happens 100 times. A rejection, a failure, a betrayal, a wrong decision. Life delivers the wound once. We reopen it ourselves, over and over. Imagine carrying a backpack filled with stones. Every regret is a stone. Every mistake is a stone. Every unresolved memory is a stone. At first, the weight seems manageable. But year after year, it becomes heavier. Eventually, you wonder why moving forward feels so difficult. The answer may be simpler than you think. You are trying to build a future while dragging the past behind you. The Stoics did not teach people to forget the past. They taught people to learn from it. Then release it. Keep the lesson. Lose the burden. Keep the wisdom. Lose the punishment. Keep the growth. Lose the guilt. There is a difference. Right now, think about something you are still carrying. A mistake. A failure. A decision you wish you could take back. Now ask yourself an honest question. Am I still learning from this, or am I just continuing to punish myself? That question changes everything. Because strong people are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who know when it is time to let go. And you cannot build a stronger future if you insist on living inside a past that no longer exists. If that message resonates with you, comment 1 below, because the next rule may be the most important Stoic principle of them all. the principle that determines who truly controls your life. Rule number 4. Master your mind before you try to master your life. Most people spend their lives fighting battles they can never win. They try to control what other people think. They try to control the future. They try to control every outcome, every situation, every obstacle. And when life refuses to cooperate, they become frustrated, angry, exhausted. Not because life is unfair, but because they are fighting the wrong war. Epictetus built his entire philosophy around one simple idea. Some things are within your control, and some things are not. It sounds obvious, yet most unnecessary suffering comes from confusing the two. You cannot control the weather. You cannot control the past. You cannot control what people say about you. You cannot control every event that enters your life. But you can control your response. You can control your choices. You can control your actions. And that is where your real power begins. Imagine two people losing the same job. The first spends months blaming the economy, blaming the company, blaming bad luck. The second feels the same disappointment, the same frustration, the same uncertainty. But eventually he asks himself, what can I control right now? He updates his skills. He improves his resume. He searches for opportunities. He starts moving forward. Same event, different focus, different result. That is the Stoic advantage. Stoics do not waste energy on what they cannot change. They invest that energy where it can actually make a difference. That is why they remain calmer during chaos, stronger during setbacks, more resilient during difficult times. The next time something upsets you, pause for a moment. Then ask yourself a simple question. Is this within my control? If the answer is no, practice letting it go. If the answer is yes, stop worrying. Start acting. That single habit can eliminate an enormous amount of unnecessary suffering from your life. Because the moment you stop trying to control everything, you finally gain control over the one thing that matters most: yourself. Rule number 5. Start strong. Finish stronger. Most people think confidence comes first. They think they need to feel confident before they take action. But the truth is usually the opposite. Action creates confidence, not the other way around. The Stoics understood this. They did not wait for motivation. They did not wait for inspiration. And they certainly did not wait until they felt ready. They acted first. Then confidence followed. Think about what happens when you break the first promise you make to yourself each day. You wake up planning to exercise. Then you tell yourself, later. You wake up planning to work on something important. Then you tell yourself, I'll do it this afternoon. You wake up with a clear intention. Then you negotiate with yourself until that intention disappears. At first, it seems harmless, but something deeper is happening. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you send a message to your mind, a dangerous message. You teach yourself that your own word cannot be trusted. And every time that happens, discipline becomes a little weaker. Now consider the opposite. Imagine completing the first important task you committed to. Even if it is small, even if nobody notices, you send yourself a different message. I do what I say I will do. That is how discipline is built. Not through motivational speeches, not through positive thinking, but through evidence, through action, through promises kept. This is why the beginning of your day matters so much, because momentum is real. A strong start creates a stronger middle. A stronger middle creates a stronger finish, and a stronger finish makes it easier to begin again tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, try something simple. Choose the most important task in front of you. Not the easiest one, not the most enjoyable one, the most important one. Then do it as early as possible, before distractions appear, before excuses appear, before your mind starts negotiating. You do not need to win the entire day at once. Just win the first battle. Very often, that is enough to change the direction of everything that follows. Rule number 6, act now. Don't wait. There is a lie that keeps millions of people stuck for years. A lie so common that most people never question it. The lie is this: one day, I'll be ready. One day, they'll have more confidence. One day, they'll have more knowledge. One day, they'll have more time. One day, they'll have the perfect plan. And then they'll finally begin. But that day rarely comes. Because the truth is, almost everything worthwhile in life begins before you feel ready. No one feels completely prepared when they start a business. No one feels completely prepared when they change careers. No one feels completely prepared when they transform their life. The people who move forward are not the people who feel ready. They are the people who act anyway. The Stoics understood this deeply. They did not wait for certainty. They acted despite uncertainty. They did not wait for courage. They acted while still feeling fear. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself not to waste time arguing about what a good person should be. Instead, be one. Simple words, but a powerful lesson. Because many people spend their lives thinking about action instead of taking action. They plan, they research, they analyze, they prepare. Then they prepare some more. Meanwhile, someone else starts. Someone else gains experience. Someone else moves forward. Do not misunderstand. Planning is useful. Thinking is necessary. Preparation has value. But there comes a point where preparation becomes procrastination in disguise. You do not need another month of thinking. You need the first step. You do not need the entire roadmap. You need the next move. That is what separates dreamers from doers. Dreamers wait for perfect conditions. Doers create progress under imperfect conditions. The strongest people are not the ones who feel no fear. They are the ones who refuse to let fear make their decisions. So think about something you have been postponing. A project, a conversation, a goal, a decision. What is the smallest action you could take today? Not next week, not next month. Today. Start there. Because many lives are not destroyed by failure. They are destroyed by hesitation, by waiting too long, by spending years preparing for a life they never actually begin. If you're done waiting and ready to move forward, comment 1 below. Because the next rule challenges something most people completely misunderstand. They think energy creates focus, but the Stoics understood that the opposite is often true. Rule number 7: focus creates energy. Most people believe they cannot focus because they are tired, but very often they are tired because they cannot focus. Their attention is constantly being pulled in different directions. They start one task, then check their phone, then respond to a message, then open another tab, then switch to something else entirely. And by the end of the day, they feel exhausted. Not because they worked too hard, but because their mind never stayed in one place long enough to gain momentum. This is one of the hidden costs of distraction. Every time your attention shifts, your mind pays a price. A small price. But those costs accumulate, hour after hour, day after day, until you feel mentally drained without understanding why. The Stoics knew that attention is one of your most valuable resources. Where attention goes, energy follows. And where attention is scattered, energy disappears. Think about sunlight. When sunlight is spread across a field, it provides warmth. But when it is concentrated through a lens, it can start a fire. Your mind works the same way. Scattered attention creates weakness. Focused attention creates power. That is why disciplined people rarely try to do everything at once. They focus on one task, complete it, then move on to the next. Not because they are slower, but because they understand the cost of distraction. Modern life encourages constant interruption. The Stoics encouraged intentional attention. One path leads to mental chaos. The other leads to clarity. Tomorrow, try a simple experiment. Set aside 30 minutes. Choose one important task. Then remove every distraction you can. No phone, no notifications, no multitasking, no switching back and forth. Just one task, one objective, one direction. Then pay attention to how you feel. you may discover something surprising. When your attention stops being pulled in every direction, your mind becomes calmer, your thinking becomes sharper, and your energy begins to return. Because energy is not always created by doing less. Sometimes it is created by finally giving your full attention to what matters most. Rule number 8. Small wins build great lives. One of the biggest reasons people quit too early is because they underestimate the power of small progress. They want immediate results, immediate transformation, immediate proof that their effort is working. They want their life to change overnight. But life rarely works that way. A tree does not grow in a day. A strong body is not built in a week. A disciplined mind is not developed over a weekend. Everything valuable takes time. The Stoics understood this better than most. They were not obsessed with dramatic breakthroughs. They were committed to daily progress, small actions, repeated consistently, day after day. That is how real change happens. Most people do not fail because they lack ability. They fail because they stop too soon. They plant a seed today, then dig it up tomorrow to check if it is growing. They exercise for a week, then quit because they do not see results. They work toward a goal for a month, then decide the process is not working. But nature does not reward impatience, and neither does life. The greatest transformations are often invisible in the beginning. You cannot always see them, but they are happening. Every disciplined choice matters. Every promise you keep matters. Every day you refuse to quit matters. At first, the changes seem insignificant, almost too small to notice. Then one day, you look back and realize you are no longer the same person. That is the power of accumulation. The Stoics focused on what they could do today, not because today's actions seemed extraordinary, but because they understood something most people miss. A meaningful life is not built through occasional acts of greatness. It is built through ordinary actions performed consistently over time. Read one page. Take one walk. Complete one difficult task. Keep one promise to yourself. Those actions may seem small, but repeated over months and years, they become impossible to ignore. Never underestimate the power of small victories, because great lives are often built from things that seemed too small to matter when they began. Rule number 9. Discipline creates freedom. At first, that sounds like a contradiction. Most people believe the opposite. They believe freedom means doing whatever they want, whenever they want, sleeping when they feel like it, working when they feel like it, eating whatever they crave, following every impulse, obeying every emotion. That sounds like freedom. But look closer. Is a person truly free if they cannot control their anger? Are they truly free if they cannot control their habits? Are they truly free if they cannot control their attention? Or are they simply being controlled by their impulses? The Stoics understood something that many people never realize. The undisciplined person feels free in the moment, but pays for it later. The disciplined person accepts discomfort now and gains freedom later. That is the paradox. Discipline is not a restriction. It is an investment. Every time you choose discipline over impulse, you are buying a better future, a healthier body, a clearer mind, greater self-respect, more confidence, more control over your life. Think about someone who consistently keeps promises to themselves. They wake up when they said they would. They do the work they committed to doing. They follow through, not occasionally, consistently, week after week, year after year. Now compare them to someone who lives according to mood, someone who acts only when they feel motivated, someone who quits whenever things become difficult. At first, the difference seems small, but over time, the gap becomes enormous. That is why most people only see the results of discipline. They see the success, the confidence, the strength, the freedom. What they do not see are the years of effort behind it, the early mornings, the difficult choices, the sacrifices nobody applauded. The Stoics were willing to pay that price because they understood that life always demands payment. The only question is when. You can pay with discipline now, or pay with regret later. You can accept temporary discomfort, or endure long-term disappointment. Every choice carries a cost. The difference is that discipline gives something back. Freedom. Real freedom. The freedom that comes from knowing you are capable of leading yourself. If you believe discipline creates freedom, comment 1 below, because the final rule brings everything together. One simple idea that sits at the heart of Stoicism itself. Rule number 10. You decide what kind of day this will be. After everything we have discussed, one truth remains. No one is coming to live your life for you. Not your circumstances, not your past, not your fears, not your excuses, and not your luck. The Stoics never believed they could control everything. They knew that was impossible, but they also knew that there was always one thing left within their power: choice. The choice of how to respond, the choice of what to focus on, the choice of what kind of person to be. That choice exists every single day. You can wake up and drift through life, or you can take ownership of it. You can continue making excuses, or you can start taking responsibility. You can carry yesterday with you, or you can leave it behind. You can let distractions control your attention, or you can direct your attention toward what matters. Every one of those choices seems small, but never underestimate the power of small choices. Because life is rarely changed by one massive decision. It is changed by thousands of tiny decisions repeated over time. The decision to get out of bed, the decision to act, the decision to stay focused, the decision to keep your word, the decision to continue when it would be easier to quit. That is where character is built. That is where discipline is built. That is where a meaningful life is built. The Stoics understood that the greatest victory is not over other people. It is over yourself, over your excuses, over your impulses, over the weaker version of you that always seeks the easier path. That is the battle that matters, and it is the only battle nobody can fight for you. Tomorrow morning, you will stand at the same crossroads we talked about at the beginning of this video. The same alarm, the same moment, the same choice. And when that moment arrives, do not ask, "What will life give me today?" Ask yourself, "Who will I choose to be today?" Because that answer has the power to shape everything that follows. 10 rules, 10 simple ideas. Yet applied consistently, they can completely change the direction of your life. Remember, today belongs to you. Your thoughts shape your reality. The past does not have to control your future. Master your mind. Start strong. Act without delay. Protect your focus. Value small victories. Choose discipline. And take responsibility for your choices. Do not try to implement all 10 rules at once. Choose one. Just one. Then begin tomorrow. Not when you feel motivated. Not when conditions are perfect. Tomorrow. Because a stronger life is not built in a single day. It is built day by day, choice by choice, action by action. If you made it this far, comment 1 below. I'd love to know you're still here. And if this video brought value to your life, subscribe for more Stoic lessons designed to help you build discipline, clarity, and inner strength. Until next time, remember this: your future is not decided by what you know. It is decided by what you do. Starting today,